Isaac, whenever you're ready.
Wait, I hear someone. Okay. Can I go?
You go, all you.
This is Isaac Boots, and you're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica Ciccone.
And hey, everybody, it's Stefan. As you just heard today on the show, we welcome creator of Torch'd, fitness guru, and Kelly Ripa-proclaimed #1 Madonna fan, which on this show are some fighting words. But
That caused a bit of a commotion. I didn't.
I would imagine it would. So welcome to the show, Isaac. This has been like ages in the making trying to get
Thanks
you
for
on this
having me.
show.
I'm so excited.
So yeah, #1 Madonna fan. That you must have gotten some messages after
I
that.
did, I did, but I'm used to a little arsenal of controversy. So no, I think the beauty of Madonna and her amazing fans around the world is that all of us feel very connected to her. You know, and
For sure.
I think it's a testament to her and her longevity and her artistry and her badassdom that everyone sort of has very personal memories of her music and her art and her videos and her interviews and what she stands for. So, yes, I am the #1 fan, but I think there are millions of #1 fans as
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think you're right. Is she means so much to so many people that we sort of everyone sort of independently claims themselves as like her #1 fan because everyone's so passionate.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this is the woman that gave us Cherish, okay? It's like, how can you not? So, no, but I think seriously that it's so difficult in this business to last more than one single,
Sure.
let alone an album, let alone decades of major, not only major hits, but actually like changing the trajectory of society
Mm-hmm.
and 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 history ultimately. I
Yeah,
can
for sure.
I say that with conviction. So
Oh yeah, I mean she transcends just like a singer, a
I never
performer.
thought of her as I never thought of her as a pop star. You know, she's always something just quite a bit more, you know.
And tell so for those of us watching, we can see a wonderful piece of art behind you, but sort of tell
Mm,
me so there's a wonderful picture painting. Is it painting?
yes. It's a
Uh,
painting by the amazing artist Ashley Longshore, who's a friend of mine. And actually, we were in Paris a few years ago for a friend's birthday party, and we were having dinner. We were talking about just life and our childhood and Madonna, and of course. And I was telling her how, you know, I had a really tough time growing up and loving Madonna so much because I come from a really strict, deeply religious Catholic conservative family.
mm,
And I remember my mother getting all my Madonna tapes and CDs and literally breaking them, like
oh,
stomping on them. And it was like really traumatic. And so she made me this piece and it says, my mother destroyed my Madonna tape when I was 9. I was dancing wildly to Like a Virgin, Blonde Ambition version, by the way, on the bed. I was a star. I have never forgiven that bitch. And I thought it was so great. So I put it up
I
in
love
my
it.
entrance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. Well, okay,
Yeah.
so hold on. So we're burying the let me give our listeners a bio for you, just in case people aren't aware of who Isaac is.
I'm drinking
Um,
water. It's still water with lemon.
oh, I
Just
thought
by
it was a not
it's
not
not
a,
gin.
not champagne rosé.
I love that song though.
I was gonna say it's very or like a Tanqueray. Like
Yeah.
you're very girl gone wild today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Isaac Boots, born and raised in Hawaii, celebrity trainer, choreographer, Broadway dancer with a very long list of credits. While using his experience crafting routines on the main stages of the pop music world and training artists to sculpt their bodies in preparation for their demanding projects. Isaac created Torched, a sustainable workout that burns fat, builds stamina, and achieves visible results. Celebrities such as Kelly Ripa, Vanessa Hudgens, Lisa Rinna, Jessica Chastain, Gwyneth Paltrow, Naomi Watts, Faye Dunaway, and Lucy Liu are just a few of the longtime devotees of Torched and are never hesitant to give Darlene Isaac credit for their superb form and increased energy. Isaac is one of the most in-demand fitness trainers in New York City, the Hamptons, and LA, and has established a very thriving personal training business. I see you constantly moving and dancing, and I don't know how you keep it up.
You know, it's I feel lucky that I get to do what I love. And I know that sounds so cliche, but at the end of the day, I'm a dancer, like first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And so it feels like a real sort of natural trajectory for what I do and what I've done throughout my entire life. It's really, Torch is the common thread of what I did as a dancer, prepare, for my shows, and then into my choreography and working with pop stars and then actresses, and to what it's turned into today. So I feel very happy about it.
Well, so we'll get to Torched in a little bit. I want to cover off a little bit Madonna. Before we do, let's talk about that little piece of mouth jewelry that would be making Dita very
Okay.
happy.
So I was debating whether or not to wear it because it does give me a bit of a lisp, but
Oh, did you take it out?
got this really cool black diamond
Oh, I
cross.
see. Oh, yes, very, very Dita.
Yes,
Very,
very,
actually, very. What was that photo shoot that she did where didn't she have a tooth cross in the? I feel like
yeah,
there was a photo
I
shoot
think
she
that was
did.
like, I think that was the Billboard Music Awards, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, she's got
Uh,
many pieces of mouth jewelry, so.
yeah, I only have two, but Gabby Ilan, who's an amazing grill master here in New York, made it for me.
So
So
you're Team Grills.
I'm Team Grills. I like the sense of humor behind it.
Mm.
I think it's funny, and I think it's fun, and it feels good, and um, I don't know. I know people give her a lot of shit for it, but I think it's funny. I think I think it's whimsical.
Mm-hmm.
I
I mean,
think
she
that
was doing that for ages, like
I
she
think
was.
more people should have more fun. You know,
Agreed.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your Madonna journey first. When did Madonna first come into your life?
I mean, probably when I was 4 years old. I was born in 1980. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's the time. I mean, 1980, 84, it was like a virgin,
Yeah.
and, I think I was too young to appreciate the first album when it first came out. But, I mean, like a virgin, Material Girl, I mean, that whole, and every boy in my neighborhood and in my sphere was obsessed with Michael Jackson, of course.
Sure.
And everyone like wanted that one glove, like he had like a sparkly glove. Um, and I remember my mom got it for me, and I like broke down crying because I wanted Madonna's gloves. With the lace gloves and the bracelets. I didn't want to be Michael Jackson. I wanted to be Madonna. So I think that aside from the fact that her music, you know, just spoke to everyone, and was fun and celebratory, and
Mm-hmm.
such a distinctive voice, and look, I think that I think growing up Catholic, I think going to Catholic school, and I think going through what I was going through at home, and ultimately not feeling safe
Mm.
anywhere. Um, she spoke to me. It's sort of everything I was experiencing in my life, she was talking about in her videos and interviews. And so it really did help me. It did. It helped
Yeah.
me sort of create this almost fantasy world of um, if she can do it, and if she's sort of embracing, I didn't know what gay was. I knew I was not like everyone else, but she was embracing guys and people that I felt like I was a part of
Yeah.
in some subliminal way, you know. In many ways, she was sort of, and I hope she realizes this, but she was very instrumental, I think, in saving a lot of lives
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
fully.
a lot of people ask me, what is it about Madonna that resonates so heavily with people in such a way? And I mean, I remember the first time I noticed her, it was just this energy, this light that just sort of emanated from her. It
Yeah,
was like even before she opened her mouth, like
yeah,
because I mean, a lot of people, her music is catchy and it's very infectious and people love it. But I think something about just her attitude, just the way she carried herself was
yeah,
so strong and confident and assured.
yeah,
And it was attractive, like I think because like for me as like a closeted gay kid growing up, you don't sort of have that confidence within yourself,
uh-huh.
and or at least back then, like now
Yeah. No,
times have changed.
I think everyone sort of goes through that, gay or straight. I mean, ultimately, and um, it's I always felt like it felt like armor,
Mm-hmm.
that unfortunately or fortunately we do need in this world to get ahead.
Yeah.
And for some people to even just get through the day,
Yeah.
and to sort of have this, like, I just remember watching like Desperately Seeking Susan, and I grew up in Hawaii, which feels like a whole world away from New York City, but like just seeing her in that movie, I was like, oh my God, it's like she's in Oz.
Right.
And smoking a cigarette and those boots and her jacket. And she was so dope. And so it felt like she wasn't playing a character.
Yeah.
It
It was
felt
that
very
was who she was.
authentic. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think you had first hit my radar when I saw you dancing on Madonna's lap uh, on the Kelly and then Ryan show.
How crazy was that?
How did that come about? Because I knew she was going to be on, and I turned it on, and I was like, who is this person dancing with her as if they've known each other all their lives?
Kelly, well, we did, on a soul level. But Kelly Ripa is one of my best friends. She's literally like my sister. And we've worked out together for years, we've danced together for years, we've hung out together for years, we've gone on vacations for years, and she's a huge Madonna fan.
Yes.
She may be the number one Madonna fan, actually. And she texted me and was like, Madonna's gonna be on the show tomorrow, so you have to come. And that's all she said.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was there. They gave me, the best seat, la la la. And I know the whole staff there. So it was just like, we're all just very excited. And Madonna came out and um started dancing. That was not planned. As far as I know, it wasn't planned. And I think Kelly just got this impetus that when Madonna started dancing, she's like, Isaac, come, come. And I was like, I just jumped up, and it was such a magical, insane, surreal moment. And it is such a testament to the power of words. Because I always said from when I was like 5 years old, I was like, I'm gonna dance with Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always just say those words. I was never like terribly specific, but I would always say, I'm gonna dance with Madonna. And I did, on national television.
And you did a great job.
Thank you. I threw in a little bit of Blonde Ambition Express Yourself choreography, just like for my 10-year-old self.
Sure.
And she was lovely. And were you actually there?
No, I was watching on TV.
Okay, well, so that happened. That was amazing. La la la. Commercial break. She comes back on, and then she like uh, uh, um, she says something to me during the interview, and said my name. And then the next commercial break, she was getting a touch up, and I was just like sitting in the front row, like talking, la la la. And she looks over at me and makes a beeline across the studio and jumps on my lap and starts like hugging me. Kelly, I don't know how she did, grabbed my phone from under my thigh and starts taking photos and videos. And then someone behind me was like, Madonna, can we get a photo? And she goes, no, it's only for Isaac. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So yes, she sat on my lap. Okay.
That's a pretty good way to meet Madonna, I would
It was
say.
very special. Yeah. And she smells amazing.
You know what? It's so funny. That's the one question. So I danced on stage with Madonna during Rebel Heart Tour
I
as
saw that.
one of the
Yeah.
unapologetic bitches,
Uh-huh.
and that is one of the
Congrats.
that's what thank you. That was one of the questions that I always get asked. They were like, "What does she smell like?" That was the one sense that
Lots of
wasn't
money.
that. Yeah, exactly. That was the one sense that wasn't operating that night for me. Like I think I was
Ah,
like, it was just so visual overload. Like every sense was like hearing, eyesight, touch. Other than that, I couldn't. Yeah.
no, she's very clean,
Hmm.
very clean and
I
yeah.
just tell people she smells like patchouli, like the Like a Prayer album.
Ah, it was more like roses. It was like
Well, that would make sense, like rose mist spray, from
I
MDNA
love rose,
skincare.
so yeah.
Yeah, you use rose mist. Are you still?
Every day, baby.
'Cause that's
Every
how
although I don't have the MDNA skin one, like I can't find it here. And
I don't know if there's.
I'm very good friends with Edita, who
Yes,
Madonna's esthetician as well. And apparently it's not sold in America, but it does very well in Asia. So
I think they did a push in America, and she like pushed it for like a year or two, and then they probably just were like, okay, back to Asia.
it's unfortunate because it is amazing.
It was really good. I got to try some of it. It was amazing.
And I will say this, and everyone needs to hear me. Her eye patches were the best on the market,
Hmm.
bar none. Just saying. Sorry. I need them.
Uh,
Send
so
me.
Did you? I know you did. I think it was in Brooklyn. That was the was. Did you see Celebration tour in Brooklyn? Was that the only time you saw Celebration? How many times did
I
you see Celebration?
saw it. Well, my husband and I split time between Milan and New York.
As one does.
So um, I saw it in Milan,
Nice.
which was really special. And I was actually with Debbie
I was
there.
gonna say Debbie Mazar had to be
We
there.
love her. And she's like our Italian friend there. And then I saw it in New York twice. And then I was in LA. We live in LA January through March. And I was in LA during the Madison Square Garden shows.
Mm-hmm.
That Kelly Ripa went on stage and was FaceTiming me during the show, by the way, and I was gagging, gagging. And then I saw her in LA. I brought Lisa Rinna to the LA show the night that Kylie Minogue sang.
Oh my God.
It was
Epic.
it was really, really special. And I think for people who weren't there, I don't know if it translated how special it was. It was really beautiful, and to see, I love Kylie so much as well, and to see them embrace each other and you know, sing that song in particular, and not only be survivors, but winners. I feel like they're winners
Hmm.
at
Yeah.
at life in every sense of the word. So it was
Yeah.
very
I felt like that was one of those like pop when they say pop emergency, I feel like people throw that around a little too much, but like that was definitely one of those like moments where like if you hadn't heard of it, it's like pop
I was
emergency, like
shook it. I
yeah.
was gagging. Also because I knew Kylie was there, because she was like um she was a few rows behind us. And so I knew she was there. And when she wasn't brought up for the Vogue rap, I was like,
Right.
what is going on here?
Yeah.
I was like,
Same. I was like, come on, what?
why the dramas? Like, let's go. And then this happened, and I was, it was amazing.
I was surprised they didn't have more moments like that with other people. Like I get like the Vogue thing was like the big, but
Yeah.
like during that acoustic time when she would play guitar sometimes, I was surprised they didn't bring more people up with
Who
her.
cares? I just care about Madonna. But Kylie's everything. So, and she's another one who's um proven herself all these years and given us amazing work, and she looks amazing.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Her
She's,
music is
are
like
you going to see Kylie's upcoming tour?
is a pig's pussy pork? Of course.
I know. I was like, I'm getting that ticket.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
no brainer. What did you think of the celebration tour?
I thought it was beautiful. I thought nothing really matters, kills me
Mhm.
dead. I love when Madonna's alone on stage. And that
Same.
may be a controversial statement, but I just love her alone on stage. And I love the nod to Gautier and the kimono. And she just is a queen and looked like a queen. She sounded amazing. The song is so, it's like, it's just beautifully crafted.
Mhm.
And it says so much, you know, and to think that she wrote that so long ago and it was so poignant then. And that was so long into her career then.
Yeah.
I know, I just thought it was really, really special and Crazy for You was not long enough, in my opinion. What
Mhm.
is, you're giving me one verse? That was annoying, but I loved it because I love that song so much. She sounded great. The Vincent Patterson, Like a Virgin, Blonde Ambition, homage, Kill Me Dead. Back, I
Mhm.
was too young to see Blonde Ambition live.
Uh-huh.
Um, but of course I obsessed about it my whole life. But I thought it was beautiful, and I thought it was wonderful to see her in Milan and New York and LA and see how the show sort of transformed and grew and um, to see all those audiences, you know, so ravenous about it was very special.
Yeah, I got to see her last two Paris shows, and it was so fascinating to see the difference between the audiences there versus then the next time I saw it was in Brooklyn. And I was actually shocked at how passive the Paris audiences were. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I mean, they were enjoying the show, but like then we get to Brooklyn and it was like somebody had like uncorked a party, and I was like, "Whoa, okay,"
Well, it's
you know?
Brooklyn,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, it
But I have
was.
to say, the audience in Milan was insane. The audience in Milan was like really crazy. I mean, they like stopped the show once because they were chanting her name.
Oh, nice.
It was really cool. It was very, very special.
I mean, that's how it should be, you know?
Yeah, it was great. And she moved great and you know, she still hasn't sung Cherish for me, but it's fine. Maybe one
Oh,
day.
well,
It was only a major Billboard, top five hit.
I always say
You know,
she could relaunch the celebration tour with a whole other
yeah,
24,
hello.
26 songs that she didn't do the last time,
That topped the charts,
and it
okay?
would be like a fresh tour all over again.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, not that I think she
Basically.
could open with Cherish, but maybe, she could definitely factor it in.
Put it in there, damn it. I'm from an island. Cherish is a very, very like it's a cathartic experience for
It's
me.
an aquatic song,
It is
those
a
hot
perfectly
mermaids.
crafted pop song, and I stand by that. Her voice production on it sounds amazing. The bridge is perfect. It's giving us like throwbacks to Motown.
Totally.
It's optimistic. We need some optimism in the world.
Hmm.
And it can be about romantic love or platonic love. And Herbert shot the video and she looks amazing. And good luck, everyone else. So,
Yeah.
okay.
No, well, that's a very controversial thing as well, because there is a lot of people who are like, man, Cherish, and like they don't
Well,
like
they
Cherish.
have no taste.
Yeah.
It's-
I was
It is
listening
a
to it.
perfect pop song.
I was listening to the other day, and I was like, "Yep, this is more Madonna Motown." Like
And
she
I
loves
do think
Motown.
I do think there is something to honoring the fact that something was a hit. It was an actual hit.
Oh yeah, it was everywhere.
Like, wow.
And again, there are a handful of these Madonna songs that exist, but "Cherish" is one of those songs you will still hear either on like adult contemporary radio, or if you go to the grocery store.
Because it's a perfectly crafted song.
Like go to the grocery store, you're shopping for, some ice cream, or
I
you're,
do have to say not hated. I didn't hate, but I was deeply unnerved that I was not the little boy in that video.
well, maybe in your
I
dreams,
mean,
like when you go
I
to
didn't have an
sleep at
agent
night.
yet, but it should have been me.
I
So
know. I
anyway,
always, well, yeah. Is there a Madonna video
where is he now?
is
Where
there
is
a
that kid
Madonna
now?
video other than Cherish that you'd be like, oh, I wish I would have been in that video?
Open Your Heart devastated me. I'm not over it. I'll never get over it.
I always wished, I was always sad that I wasn't in the Ray of Light video at the very end when she's in the disco with all the people dancing
I
because
need more of a feature than that.
you
You
just
know,
want to be one of the stars in the video.
well, duh.
Like the bullfighter in Take a Bow. You just,
Well, I would have liked to be in the room with the bullfighter and take a bow.
well, come on, yeah. Or like uh who was her co-star in Ghost Town? I'm blanking on
I
who her
forgot his
name
name.
is. Yeah, but that hottie.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Tons of, I mean, tons of great co-starring roles that you could
I
have.
like the guy in the Power of Goodbye video, actually.
Oh my God. Who yeah, he's
Actually, no, what am I saying? No one is hotter than her boyfriend in Papa Don't Preach. Good luck,
oh, yeah,
everyone else. Come
gorgeous.
on,
Yeah,
come
come on.
on.
Yeah, he's
In the
gorgeous.
car shop,
That
dem
look,
eyes,
that look when he's walking by
dem arms,
and she's standing there in her Italians Do It Better
chewing the
t-shirt.
gum, blinking furiously. I die every time.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
It's
Like
amazing.
beautiful.
His blow dried
Uh
hair.
total
Let's go.
greaser. Like it's like
So hot. Yeah.
grease lightning for sure. So you arrived in New York City with nothing but a dream and soon found yourself dancing in several Broadway shows.
Yeah.
Tell us about the culture shock that you experienced coming from, I mean, you sort of alluded to it with watching Desperately Seeking Susan, but how did you come to be on the Broadway stage and how did it lead you to be a choreographer?
It wasn't a shock because I had planned it and I had dreamed about it and I obsessed about it since I was 7. And I knew that um, I I could not live my life where I grew up. It's just we weren't on the same frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I knew that I was an artistic person, a creative person, and I needed to be where things happen. And um, I didn't have any money at all. I didn't even have a place to live. But I took a one-way ticket from Hawaii to New York. Back then, there was only one flight on Continental from Honolulu to Newark.
Oh,
And
geez.
I landed and got on the payphone and called Matthew Tinker, who was a friend of mine from high school. He went to a different high school, but we did theater together in high school. And he was at that point a sophomore at NYU. And I called him. Thankfully, he picked up and
Right.
I lived. This is 1998. So there were no, I mean, I didn't have a cell phone. I mean, that was like not a thing. And I lived on his dormitory floor. Thank you, Maddie. And we're still great
Oh,
friends.
that's cute.
But yeah, I lived on his dormitory floor. I didn't have an agent. I didn't really know like how to get on Broadway, but I auditioned every day and stole equity cards and barged into casting directors' offices and was very bossy and relentless. And a lot of that had to do with sort of embodying this idea of Madonna, truly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Truly. And I didn't see any other option. I didn't think I was particularly gifted in anything else. So I said, this is it, baby. Figure it out. And I didn't go to college and, I didn't have a support system like that. And so, but I knew that that crying about it wasn't going to get me anywhere. So
Right. Well, and back then also, I mean, there was no internet. We didn't, I mean, it was the infancy of the internet and the no social
I have a
media. Like
computer.
it's like we couldn't like post a TikTok video of how talented we are and then get
No.
discovered that way. Like you had to actually like go meet people.
You got to pound the pavement, baby. And I did. And I got a scholarship at Steps dance studio, scrubbing their floors and working their cafe in order to get 10 free dance classes a week. And the reason I did that, because I knew that a lot of the dance teachers there were choreographers on Broadway. And
Smart.
And yeah, and I I think through hard work and through relentlessness and pushiness, um, and talent, I um I I booked my first Broadway show, and I was on Broadway for 13 years, from when
Yeah,
I
well,
was
I mean,
18 to
pushiness will get you in the door. Talent is what keeps you in the room, you know?
yeah, yeah. I think I don't. I looking back, I wasn't necessarily as talented as the other boys, not as trained as the
Sure.
other boys. A lot of these boys had, were training with SAB from when they were 4 years old. I couldn't afford dance classes. I was literally just watching Madonna videos and Madonna tours. Actually,
Yeah.
though, and then in high school, I did like this very like podunk, free dance class every day. But I loved it and sort of, dove into that. But I think it had more to do with charisma and confidence and having no other choice.
Yeah.
Also, back then, just saying, like, I'm not white and I'm not tall, and that's all that was being hired.
Right.
And um, it's very different now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the relentlessness and the pushiness, you know, got me there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you had
'Cause
to,
they were certainly not inviting me. That's for damn
right. I
sure.
mean, you made sure the people paid attention.
I would steal cards. Like you had to like have an agent or be part of the union, and like you get a card and like a number. And I would literally like steal someone's card like at the last minute and jump in. I'm like, you'll figure it out.
I
I
wonder where
wasn't gonna
those
wait. I don't
I
do
wonder where
cattle.
those people ended up.
I don't know.
So you hit the ground
I don't think
running,
anyone knows.
and they
Just
haven't
kidding.
heard from her since.
Exactly. Exactly. That's another Lifetime movie.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so you hit the ground running in this discipline of dancing and choreography by joining forces with Ariana Grande, who
Hmm.
was fantastic on Saturday Night Live the other night.
Wasn't
Uh,
she amazing?
she was so that I didn't realize she was so good at doing impersonations. Like I think
I
she was
did.
better at doing Jennifer Coolidge than the woman from Saturday Night
The
Live.
other one?
Yeah, yeah, the other one.
Well,
Yeah, she
Ariana's a
was.
real talent. She's an actual talent,
Hmm.
and um, she's a student of the greats and a student of real theater.
Mm-hmm.
She's been doing this in a really very real way since she was a child,
Yeah.
and um, has a God-given talent. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you became her go-to choreographer for that era of her career, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of highlights. And obviously, Ariana's famously a Madonna fan. So how did working with Ariana like impact your work?
Well, it was an extraordinary time because we both experienced a lot of firsts. We went to our first Grammy Awards together. I choreographed her first VMA performance. We went to Japan for the first time and did press for the first time, and were mobbed in Germany and Paris for the first time. So it was all very
Hmm.
exciting. And of course I loved, choreographing for her and curating and being a part of the conversation. But it was always a clear collaboration.
Hmm.
And I mean, what a blessing to work with someone who actually is talented,
Yeah.
who at the end of the day can sing like Maria Callas. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if people really realize that, but she's a real singer,
Oh, I mean, her voice is
like
beautiful.
real, like actual, full out.
Yeah.
And and she has great taste, and she's from a talented family. I was on Broadway with her brother in Mamma Mia, and her mom has impeccable taste in art and film and theater. And so I think Ariana was surrounded by Madonna fans. She was
Mm-hmm.
just like, you know, from birth. And, you know, so we would be on tour, we'd be in Japan, and you know, we'd be watching Truth or Dare, or, you know, interviews of Madonna in Japan back in the day. And when we did the Right There video, I'm not sure who came up with the idea for the masked ball or that sort of thing. Usually either one of us did, or someone from management, or someone kind of came up with the idea, and then we sort of expounded on it. But I definitely, of course, duh, you say masked ball, and I say, well, we have to do an homage to Madonna.
Right. Yeah, because it's
And it's an
very
homage,
1990 VMA performance.
which is the ultimate. And good luck to anyone else, because there is no other VMA performance.
Okay, so can we
Yeah,
pause?
don't get me started. Don't get me
Oh,
started on
what?
that. Do not
That
get me started on that.
I saw your post.
Roar. You mean snore?
It-
I don't think so, dear. No
uh,
one remembered Katy Perry's Roar when it came out.
I get it. Katie was
I
the
didn't even
one,
realize that she performed it.
like Katie was the one who showed up at the show that night. But I was like,
Congrats. I mean, with
that's how we're handing out
we
awards
love
these days.
everybody. We love everybody, but
I mean,
except some people.
there were two Madonna
I
performances.
can't talk about it. It kills me. I
Like,
actually like it.
come on.
It is so offensive.
Even
But
just the fact that like it was up against Lady Gaga's performance, and I'm like, barring the
well,
two Madonna, like
I would be very ashamed to accept that award. Just saying. But congrats.
sure.
Yeah, so I used the 1990 VMA performance as well, not only a reference, I mean, as you know, the ultimate. I mean, I think a
Yeah.
lot of us can do it, you know, can see it and reenact it with our eyes closed, because we watched it so many times. But it was an homage to Vincent Patterson as
Mm-hmm.
well, because as a choreographer and being in theater for so long, he is an icon.
Yeah.
Not only with his work with Madonna and Michael, but his work for A Dancer in the Dark, which is one of the best
Sure.
things you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And he's a thespian, and he's a real artist, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, in everyone's opinion who has taste. And I'm really proud of that video, the Right There video, actually, because I thought we honored it, but
Mm-hmm.
also brought it somewhere new.
Sure.
And I love I love the fanography and that moment. So, and she's Ariana's then was a princess, you know. Now she's a queen, but she was a princess, and I wanted to sort of feature that. So
Yeah. No, it was great. So take us back to the very dark days of March 2020
Jesus, I was
when
like, did you talk to my ex?
no gotcha moments here on the show. So COVID's
Oh, sure.
rampant, and aside from essential frontline workers, we're all stuck inside, scared with, what are we going to do with ourselves?
Yeah.
And what was the brain spark that led you to start sharing Torch on with the world on Instagram
There was no
Live?
brain spark, to be perfectly frank. It was I offered it. I decided to go live on Instagram with my workout that I do every day for years, not only with my clients, for my clients, but for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I went online, and there were maybe like 90 people on, you know, and at the end of that live, it was just to work out and do what I do. It was messy, and, you know, just like there's music playing, and like it was, you know, I
Your
think it was like
dogs
Mark.
are romping around.
The dogs are just like, you know, balls in the camera. Um, at the end of that live, someone wrote, "Thank you from Guatemala. I appreciate this." And I thought that was really cool. Like, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And so I decided to do it the next day. And then we had like 500 people on it, including some of my clients and friends that I've been working with for years, or have known for years. And I think people got a kick out of that, you know, seeing, you know, Jessica Chastain's name, or Naomi Watts, or whoever. And the next day it was like 2,000 people, and it
Right.
literally just kept going on every day, and just kept growing and growing. So we had over like 50,000 people, and people started wanting to Venmo me, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that. And so I reached out to No Kid Hungry, which is a charity that I always felt an affinity for. I think because I grew up so in a different world. And we created a distinct link for people to donate to or not,
Mm-hmm.
And because I knew that schools were shut down, and a lot of millions of children in America rely on school lunch. And the initial goal was, I think $1,000, and we raised over 10,000 on the first day, and then
Wow.
500,000 in the first like month and a half, and then well over a million in a few months.
That's
And
amazing.
the help of my friends and clients like Lisa Rinna and Vanessa Hudgens and Kelly Ripa, Lizzie Tish, who I don't know if you know, but she's a dear friend here in New York. And everybody, it was very special. It was very special. And it changed how I approach my career as well, and what my career is, because now it's opened up in a completely different way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so yes, I was going to highlight your philanthropy because I think that was such a hugely amazing part about what came out of sort of, because we're all sad from the COVID, and, we're all locked up inside, and
It was a
people,
scary time. It
yeah.
was a scary time, and also like it was an uncertain time, and it was this elusive disease where we're literally locked up. And I don't know, I thought it was a perfect example of using what you do. Again, like I said before, I've always thought I have, I'm a very gifted person, but in a limited way.
Mm,
And I mean that in a very real way. And I think using whatever your gift is, whatever it is, you can make a real difference.
yeah.
And I think focusing on that and honing that and obsessing over that and making it more than the desire for yourself alone is huge. It's huge.
So tell me what is one thing that came from Torch that maybe you didn't expect from the get-go, and what's next for Torched? What's on the high
Well,
what's
I
on what
didn't expect, you know, I mean, walking around Milan or Paris or some small town, um, uh, anywhere, and, you know, people asking for a selfie or being like Isaac Boots or Davis, my poodle, and, and hearing these stories about, um, I was just in Paris for Fashion Week, and um,
Yes, turning it out. I was
yeah,
loving those outfits.
thank you. And I was channeling Madonna.
As one does.
Yeah, I wanted to wear the Dolce & Gabbana lace. I felt like that would be a little too
Overt.
overt. No, but just meeting people who are like, I was locked up in my house, and I'm in France, and you made me laugh, or you gave me a sense of normalcy and something to look forward to. And I could only don't, and they're so cute. They're like, I could only donate, a few dollars a week or whatever. But I was like, that's so sweet. Like, that's so, it's very special,
Hmm.
and I don't take it for granted. And I, it's giving me, it's, it helped me,
Sure.
'cause I was scared too, and to be able to meet everybody around the world, and still, connect with them online, but then go, I'm basically on tour the entire year. So I'm in different markets throughout the year, usually where my clients are, according to award season or fashion weeks. And to meet everyone who's even not in the business has been a very special thing. And, you know, expanding our business into our Torch'd energy patches and gummies, and collaborating with fashion brands and cowboy colostrum and just things that I use every day, and to have people actually, you know, care and want to implement it into their lives, I think is very special.
Tell everyone what's some of the next projects you've got going on.
Stay tuned. Just follow me on Isaac Boots on Instagram. We have some very exciting. My husband's over there giving me
Giving you side eye.
Side eye.
Don't spoil it.
Very exciting stuff, and
Nice.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share it and expand upon it, and
Your Torched Empire.
yeah, it's very
okay. Well, before I let you go, Isaac, there's a little segment on the show that we like to call the lightning round. These answers are meant to be quick, off the top of your head,
Good luck with that.
Wherever you're at in your Madonna journey. Take a sip, get ready. All right, take a breath.
Okay.
Favorite Madonna song?
Borderline Cherish, Who's That Girl, Like a Prayer, Express Yourself, Promise to Try. I'll Remember, Ray of Light, Frozen, Nothing Fails, and Joan of Arc.
Favorite Madonna music video?
Oh, Father.
Oh, good one. Favorite Madonna remix?
Victor Calderone, Beautiful Stranger, extended mix.
Isn't that so good? I love that they took it
from
like some
best.
It's like a not cheesy song, but then they like
totally. Careful, dear.
No.
Careful,
I love Beautiful Stranger. I'm just saying, like it goes from very poppy to like
it is dope.
It's so good.
Dope.
It's
and
so
I'm a
good.
New Yorker from back in the day, so like I was at the Roxy when they were playing that too.
Oh, so good.
Also the Orbit, Justify My Love. And
Come on, baby.
Don't Sleep and Turn Up the Radio offered Nisa mix.
I actually wanted a harder remix.
Great for Torched.
I wanted a harder remix for Turn Up the Radio, like something like, I mean, Offer Nissim was good, but I wanted something like even more.
You know, I like driving to it.
Like I wanted like a Benny Benassi remix of Turn Up the Radio, you know, like just something like
interesting.
Favorite Madonna tour?
You're disgusting for this question. It's Blonde Ambition and Confessions.
Oh, yeah.
And the opening of the Who's That Girl tour. Sawi. It's amazing. And she needs to revisit that again or watch it over and over again, because opening of the Who's That Girl tour. Come on. Chill. It is so good.
Favorite Madonna movie?
Evita, which she revoltingly was not nominated for.
Yeah. We say that all the time on this.
It's really, like, it's actually really shameful.
Like people should be arrested and thrown in prison for that.
Yeah, and Patti LuPone needs to.
She's so bitter about it. It's so crazy.
Honey, quiet down.
I don't get it.
We love her version of Meadowlark, but keep Madonna out your mouth.
Yeah. Favorite Madonna look, and this can be from a music video, a tour, a photo shoot, in person.
I love the Tom Ford Gucci era, you know, VMAs with the blue blouse moment, but I also, it's so dope. It's just
so good.
But I also love like Press Room Grammys 1999 and the Tom Ford lavender Gucci pants with sequins and the tank top and the macrobiotic yoga arms and the 17,000 Grammys.
Yeah.
But I also love like street style 1986, walking around LA in the bowler hat and the oversized blazer.
Oh yeah.
White men's shirt and tapered jeans and a flat. You know, we like moments. You know, yeah.
So, quick question.
Oh, also Dolce & Gabbana 1992 Marlene Dietrich beret, thin eyebrow.
Oh, so
oversized.
Oh my God, it's so good. That Dita era was so good.
The tooth. Gorgeous.
Gotta love Dita.
Francois Nars on the face.
Oh,
Orlando Peak on the hair.
the face was just sitting. It was so good. Quick question.
The Dior Galliano moments too.
Oh, I mean, we could be here all day.
About
We could do a whole nother episode.
like how do we do this?
So quick question. What do you think she's up to next?
Madonna?
Yeah.
Well, she keeps everyone on their toes. One can never know. One can never know.
So do you think she's working on the movie? Do you think she might go back on the road? Album? Do we see an album in the future?
I
What do we
I don't think this tour is done.
Really? Even after the whole Rio finale, you think she might do it again?
I think she should. I mean, it was a damn hit. And she didn't do Australia or Asia. Let's go, girl.
I mean, yeah. I'd go.
She has fans everywhere. She should go to Africa. She's also never been to Hawaii. What is up with that? Never performed in Hawaii.
Well, I think you and Kelly Ripa need to get her on the phone.
And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I mean I just learned, but my cousin did like my actual cousin, did her makeup on the Celebration tour.
Oh no, get out of here.
Wendy.
That's amazing. 6 degrees of separation.
Like my cousin. From Hawaii.
Did you know this when you were seeing the show? I assume so.
Well, I found out when I was doing the show because I got a text. But
that's awesome.
I think it's amazing.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Well, Isaac,
wait, not hair. Makeup.
You said makeup.
I did. Okay, good.
Yeah, you said makeup. So Isaac, tell everyone where they can find you on social so they can follow your
Isaac Boots at Isaac Boots. Yes.
ISAACBOO.
I don't have an OnlyFans. Things aren't that tough yet. What? Oh, TikTok. Isaac Boots. TikTok and Instagram.
There you go.
That's it.
And remember, everybody, you can find us on Instagram, X, and Threads at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to chuck us a tip, we're on Venmo, MLVC Podcast, or subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a video. Isaac, thanks so much. I'm so glad we got to do this finally.
It was so much fun. Like it worked out exactly when it was supposed to.
Divinity in motion, it's well, until next time, everybody. We'll see you. Isaac, thank you. Stay right where you are. Don't go anywhere. But yes, the show is over. Say goodbye.